This is Dr. John Whitcomb talking on Biotoxin XII, Fixing Cytokines, Cleaning Up C3a. Does it sound like I'm sounding Martian? Ever heard of C3a before? Most people haven't. C3a turns out to be the nexus, the first cascade of the complement system, and complement is how biotoxin illness works in the innate system. The complement system is like a set of dominoes that sets off your response, which is why biotoxin illness doesn't matter about amount of exposure, it's just the nature of exposure. You only need to be exposed and you set off the dominoes. You only have to knock over one domino and you get a huge response. And C3a is the one that does that. So C3a is like the attack dog at the perimeter of the camp. It's the Doberman pinscher that's constantly fighting you and damaging you. So if you have high C3a, you'll continue to feel ill. So fixing C3a is critical. Now, there's lots of examples where C3a is turning out to be quite a unique player. For example, if we fix you from mold and then put you back into a mold exposure, we can show that your C3a goes up within 3 or 4 hours. It's already rising. And its elevation correlates with you feeling sick again. And as long as it's up, you don't feel better. Now, here's an example. If you have the HLA genotype that doesn't allow you to see Lyme disease, and you get bit by a tick, your C3a will rise quite dramatically. Now, a person whose HLA allows their immune system to see Lyme disease, so their immune system can see it, you give them antibiotics, their C3a goes to normal, they feel fine. But those who can't see Lyme disease with their immune system, their C3a goes up, they get antibiotics, and their C3a doesn't come down, and they don't feel better. And that's what's happening in biotoxin illness. Until your C3a comes down, you don't feel better, and you are continuing to become ill. You continue to be sick. So if you are having asthma in your lungs, you continue to be short of breath. If you are having plaque forming in your brain, you'll still continue getting plaque in your brain. If you're having coronary artery disease, you'll continue to have coronary artery disease. One more time, how do we fix it? Again, it's unique. Dr. Shoemaker has been a genius at figuring this out. Once you are removed from the mold, or the biotoxin, or whatever is making you sick, and that's absolute, that's predicated. You must be removed first. But once you've been removed from the mold and you've gone through the other steps that we've talked about in our previous 11 weeks, you can fix C3a. And guess how you fix it? Statins. High-dose statins, not low-dose, high-dose statins. And the protocol goes as follows. You need at least 150 milligrams of CoQ10 for at least probably 7 to 10 days before, so you don't get the side effects of statins. And then you push whatever statin you're taking to its higher level, and in a month, your C3a has gone to normal. That raises a fascinating question. Is that where statins work in coronary artery disease? Is it lowering your C3a that really works? The anti-inflammatory effect of statins works right there. Dr. Shoemaker, in looking at mold, may have unpacked a huge topic. It may be that statins don't really work on your cholesterol at all. They're cutting down C3a. We haven't seen much of that being investigated. If you Google the internet, you'll find a couple clues to it. But what you do see is mold illness, C3a gets better. The problem is finding a place that will reliably measure it. Handling the specimens is no small task, and so finding somebody who can measure C3a accurately and reliably is the tricky thing. The good news is it's fixable in a month, and it correlates with you feeling better. So what is C3a? It's the attack dog of your immune system, and calming it down and turning it off is one critical step in biotoxin illness. This is Dr. John Whitcomb talking Biotoxin Illness 12, Fixing C3a.